Hey everybody. Well, first off, I am recording this on a new camera that I got. I'm very excited about it. Um, it is my new. It's called a pocket cam. It's like I can't really show you because I'm recording on it, but it's a neat little camera, and I like it. So that's what I'm recording on. So I'm gonna kind of try it out and see if I like it and all of that. So everything is going good right now. The show, The Hunger, is doing awesome. There, we just finished the third episode last night, and so there are a few scenes that we have to do to get the first episode done. I know it sounds kind of weird because we just finished the third episode and the first episode isn't even done yet, but it has to be really sunny out to finish the first episode or it's going to look really off. And the last few days it's been very cloudy and very stormy and rainy and all of that stuff. So we are going to be finishing the first episode hopefully this weekend, and the first episode will be up and airing, fingers crossed, by this week coming up. So look for it. Go to The Hunger 2008 on MySpace, or go to The Hunger 2008 as the user on YouTube. I know nobody can subscribe yet. I've gotten quite a few people that have, that have messaged me and commented to me and everything saying, we can't subscribe, nothing like that. The reason you can't subscribe yet is because I don't have any videos up yet. So as soon as episode 1 is up and airing, you'll be able to subscribe. So I really hope and look forward to having everybody on there to subscribe. Everything is doing really well so far. I have a wedding to film, not this weekend coming up, but next weekend. It's the weekend of the 20th, which I'm not real excited about because the wedding that I have to film is like an hour and a half away, and with gas prices like at almost $4 a gallon, I am definitely not happy to drive that far to do this wedding. So, but whatever. I mean, what are you gonna do? Let's see. Everything. I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to talk. My dad had surgery. My dad, like, my family is all about surgeries. My dad had surgery Thursday and yesterday, because today's Friday. Had surgery yesterday on his shoulder. He had a really large bone spur on his shoulder, and they had to go in and cut the bone spur out, and they cleaned up his shoulder a lot because he had really bad arthritis and everything. So he's been doing some like healing, and so if you could keep my dad in your prayers, I'd appreciate that. He's kind of in rough shape. He's been in a lot of pain. So yeah, like I said, I really don't have a whole lot to talk about. I'm just real excited about getting the show up. That's kind of like my main objective and my main ordeal right now is getting the show up and going. I mean, the first episode is kind of rough. I just, want to make sure people understand that, it's going to be kind of rough starting out. Just like, a lot of shows are. The first episode is always a little bit rough around the edges. I don't think any series is like completely smooth when it comes to technical or anything like that. But I am on episode. I'm writing right now. I am on episode 97. So I'm currently in the middle or towards the end of the 4th season. So I'm really excited about getting that up and going. It's going to be awesome. And there's so many. I mean, it's so hard for me not to talk about it because just I'm so excited about it. I'm like a little schoolgirl about it. It's just I'm so excited about getting this out and everything because I mean there's so much that is happening. There's so many little twists and turns and things happen that you just don't expect to happen. Major characters. Like a lot of shows and a lot of movies and everything, there's characters that that are going to live to the end. And with this, with The Hunger, there are quite a few main characters that end up dying. And really you don't know who's going to be safe. You don't know who's going to be alive next season. You don't know who's gonna make it. And there's so many things that just pop up. And I mean I'm not trying to be all big headed about it, but this is something that I'm really excited about, and it's been a long time since I've actually gotten really excited about one of my projects. It's been a long time, and for me to have that passion back, because I lost it for a while there. I lost that passion of that creative passion of making films and writing and everything like that. I lost that for a long time. Probably the last like 4 films. I mean, I was still in it 100%, but my full out passion wasn't in it. Like my love of it wasn't completely revolved around it like it should be. And I think it was just a lot of it was because it was, I was hurting so bad to stand up and I couldn't really do anything because I couldn't stay on my feet too long. And it was just, there were so many things that were wrapped around it, like, the pain of doing it, time, just so many factors. And it was hard to do it. And now, I mean, it's still really painful to do it, but I mean, with my ankle being a little bit better, I can start doing it again. And with writing the show, there's so much more into it, and there's so much of a character development that I'm completely excited. So I can't wait for you guys to see it, because I really really want to get it out there, and I really want to get as much done as possible, as quick as possible. The cast is done, which is great. I have all the cast members. I finally finished up with auditions, and so like as of right now, I have all my cast members, which is a huge relief because that was incredibly stressful. Auditioning all these different people. I had probably a good probably about 75 people that ended up auditioning for this, like within a week and a half. Probably about 2 weeks. I had about 75 people that I auditioned, which was an insane amount. I loved it. It was great. It was just overwhelming with auditioning people, trying to write, and then filming while auditioning people, filming for the show, and and then kind of trying to concentrate a little bit on healing. That's another thing I don't think I mentioned. My bone hasn't healed yet. I went and got my new cast, and they took an x-ray, and the 2 bones that he had cut haven't healed. So they are still, pretty much nothing's healing, which totally sucks. I mean, it doesn't hurt to walk on it. My foot doesn't hurt at all. But nothing's healing. So I have an appointment at the end of this month. So everybody please pray that, you know, everything looks okay. I'm pretty worried because when I had my other 2 surgeries, my bones didn't heal for those surgeries either. So I don't know if it's like a calcium thing or what, but my bones don't heal very well. So when they did my other ankle surgery, my bones didn't heal. They had to put a bone stimulator on there, and it was pretty much electrical shocks or electrical waves that would go through and force my bone to heal, to regrow. So I don't know if they're going to have to do that with this ankle, but he said when he took the x-rays, he said that it looks the same as it did when I came out of surgery. So I don't, obviously, well, he really wasn't that that upset about it. So I don't know if it was kind of normal. I don't know if it was, you know, really not that big of a deal. But he didn't really make it out to sound like it was out of the ordinary. So hopefully it wasn't. Hopefully it'll heal up okay. Hopefully everything will look good when I go to my appointment at the end of this month. Everything will be healed. I'll be able to be good to go, and hopefully I'll be out of my cast. I don't think I will. I think I'll have one more cast to go after this. And because I'm dying to go swimming. I actually jumped in the pool the other day. I was like, well, I'll put a couple trash bags on, and I got one of my tourniquets and put it around my leg, keep the water out. Jumped in the pool, and like my leg's like floating on the top because there's so much air in the bag. And I was like, okay, well, this looks okay. And I wasn't like hardcore swimming. I was just kind of floating around because it was so incredibly hot and humid here. I was like, you know, I gotta get in the pool. And plus, Hannah just started swimming for the first time, which it's like, you know, a little kid jumping in the pool. I have to get in. As the dad, I have to get in and, you know, play with her. So I actually have video of her swimming for the first time. I'll put that up a little bit later. But I decided to get in. Got in, and like I said, when I got out, I took the bag off, and there was water pouring out of my cast, and I'm like, damn it. So I totally soaked the entire inside of my cast. All kinds of water went in there, and so I was in the garage for 2 hours with our air compressor, shooting air down into my cast, trying to dry it out. It's all dry and it's all good in there now, but that night was probably the most uncomfortable night I've ever had. It was horrible. It's so bad, and it was all wet in there, and I could feel it. It was horrible, and I won't ever do it again. So hopefully I get my cast off soon. Hopefully I'll be put into a removable splint, and hopefully I'll be good to go. I'll be able to go swimming and everything. So we'll see. But anyways, okay, everybody have a great night, and please subscribe, please rate my videos, and comment, and definitely look for The Hunger, which is going to be coming out this weekend. Not this weekend, this week coming up. So check that out, look for that soon, and everybody have a great night, and I will talk to all of you soon. Alright? Night, everybody.